major influence on you. You've talked about it, but what impact did Allen Iverson have on Philly during his time with the Sixers?
Oh my God, he was to be like a 13-year-old at like the years he was going to the finals. It was just so. I feel like he really embodied the spirit of because Philly is a very like underdog, chip on my shoulder. We're not the biggest people, but we're gonna give it our all. And Iverson, practice being the exception, always seemed to leave it all out there on the floor. So, but. I'm not an Iverson apologist. Like, I don't think he was the perfect player. I think you have to be available in practice, too, to lead.
Huh? You have to practice?
Who the fuck practices?
Oh, this motherfucker.
Practice? No, we didn't do that.
That's crazy. I still can't believe Iverson said that.
Well, it was more about it. His friend just died. He was saying that because he's like, practice, like literally my best friend just died. We're talking about practice. No one ever thinks about that.
Oh, yeah, substance.
Yeah.
But I ain't get
But
that either.
I love Iverson. I just think, he was unable to adapt to being anything other than like full control, exactly how he wanted it to be. At the end of his career saddened me because I wanted him to have more.
What, in Denver?
Denver and then Memphis and
Detroit.
He was hard in Denver, though, with Melo.
What?
Top 3 best point guards to me.
I mean, what was it like? What was it like guarding him?
It was the hardest person to guard.
So you have full, profound respect.
1,000.
Yeah.
Like when you're talking about guarding Allen Iverson, you're not.
What made it so hard?
What makes
played 1,000 miles an hour,
Yeah.
going to like he was.
Because he wasn't even like doing a lot of moves.
He had the white guy energy.
Hell no. Yeah.
He had the white guy. That white guy, hard nosed white. That's how he played with skill.
Yeah.
So you're talking about a guy who's diving on the floor, taking a charge. He's everywhere. Like if I said, Iverson, you never have to practice. If you give me this, I'm taking that every time. He went hard, 24/7, trying to give you 50. That's not a guy you actually want to guard. You're not trying to guard a guy who's literally there trying to give you 50.
But
getting 50 in a game, cool. But someone who's actually trying to do it with that energy, like usually he's like Steph. He had more energy than the people who was guarding him.
Yeah.
Again, why they put AI as a shooting guard, but players but he does what you do, Kyrie, Steph. He's a scorer.
They had Eric Snow.
Because it was the era.
He was the shooting guard.
It was the era. It's the era. They put
But
him to
he's
the
just a
shooting
6'1".
guard. It's the era. They put him to the shooting guard. That's all. It was like the scoring point guard was actually me.
I know you started it. That's what I'm saying.
They moved him. They just moved him to the 2, brung in a point guard so he can go around and play 2. And then that big point guard, they actually made him guard the 2. Right? So that was it for him. Like back then when I came in, it was literally just, anybody who was scoring, they just moved him to the 2. I was in a position where we didn't have a big man. So our offense was actually guard play. So I got to survive being a point guard that scored. It was just me, Antoine Jameson, and Jason Richardson. So our offense ran around the guard, so I wasn't really looked at like that. Because Isaiah Thomas was a scorer. He didn't have no big man to pass the ball to. You're talking about Tim Hardaway. He didn't have no big man to pass the ball to. So mostly the guards who actually didn't have big men got to be scorers without being frowned upon.
I wish we just gave him a team. Like he really we would always get past their prime Glenn Robinson, past their prime Chris Webber. It just always felt like such a bullshit thing. Past their prime Elton Brand. It just never felt real. Like bringing in Keith Van Horn isn't going to solve it.
That they didn't back then. Those.
The only team that was good was it was just him and just 4 dog defenders.
Back then it was.
Money.
Really, the superstars. Each team had 1, maybe 2.
Back then, you couldn't. It was salary capping, right? So you're in a city where, and I talked to the owner about stuff like this. Like, you're Philadelphia, you got Allen Iverson, right? Allen Iverson sells.
Oh man.
Every seat, all 20,000 people. That's your job, right? Now I profit, let's say $20 million every season, right? win or lose. And then you're telling me you want this guy is going to help you win, and he's going to cost me $20 million. So he's going to cost me my profit, but he don't put nobody extra in the seat. You doing exactly that. He doesn't do nothing for me, but I got to give my my profit to him so you can possibly win a championship.
It's a gamble.
No, it's not a gamble. It's for what?
Well, the right.
For what?
If they spend it on the right guy,
For what? I get $20 million without winning. I give it to you. I win a championship. I profited nothing.
Yeah, but there's other
Not
like
anymore,
they're just
though,
giving
if
the
you win a
extra money to the wrong guys. They're giving it to Chris Webber. They're giving it to Glenn Robinson.
But you're not giving them 20. You give them 5, 6, 7, right? So I'm making my money.
But you get more money if you go to the finals.
Yeah.
You're going to sell more. You're going to do more. It's going to be more everything.
That's no.
Yes.
When Boston, okay, how about this? When Boston won their championship, how much did they profit?
I don't know those numbers. 0.
Celtics?
The Boston Celtics, when they put out, if Boston Celtics win a championship, for Boston to break even, they have to actually win championship.
Which championship are you talking about?
The one they won in 2008.
Last year?
The Garnett one, because they just won.
When they brought in Garnett and
Ray
all,
Allen and all
yeah,
that?
they had to win the championship to break even for the season.
For a short term, right? But if you talk about team valuations over the long term, wouldn't that?
I might not have my organization by then.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? So you don't know, but it's all a business too.
But
so
they did, they just sold it.
They just sold it.
And they made so much money.
Yeah.
But they're thinking about it in real time.
But that was because of Donald Sterling.
Only the new, like if you think about in the last 10, 15 years, right? The people who are buying the teams now are actually fans.
Right.
They're a little bit of so they're really like monopolizing their teams.
Yeah.
Like I'm putting a dream team together.
Yeah.
So if you notice, the new owners are winning championships faster than the old heads.
Yeah.
Well,
Right, Milwaukee, that was a new owner, right?
Yeah, Lavin, that crew. They've since.
man owners.
Huh?
Man owners. Dallas, I don't know what they did in Dallas. They got a
Mark Cuban won.
No, they got a new owner
No,
now.
I'm talking about when he came into it as a fan, he won his championship. Golden State, they won the championship when he came in. Who else?
I don't think
when did Boston owner? When did he buy that team?
They just sold it though, but
No, when did he buy it?
I don't think they new owner's a fan in Dallas.
I'm not talking about the.
I know, I'm
I'm
just
just talking
saying.
about when
I'm just
you
happy.
when they were
2002, I believe,
I'm just
for
happy.
360 million.
Damn. Like they're sitting there spending money trying to buy, trying to spend. Back in the day, they're businessmen. That profited, right? If you bought your team in the
And then they sold in
in the
March.
70s, 60s,
6.1
even in the
billion.
80s.
You got
Right?
to put a low.
You made
260 to
so much
6.1
money,
billion.
You don't give a shit about winning or losing.
Yeah.
The best owner for the NBA as a whole, not the Lakers, not New York, not Boston, not Chicago, the rest of them, Sterling was their idol.
Damn.
Well, Sterling,
He was the idol. He was the idol of a businessman, where I can draft all these picks, right? I do their rookie contract. They can go wherever the fuck they want to go. I have a city the fans is gonna come no matter what, and I'm gonna make a profit every goddamn year, no matter what. That's what they all want. That's what they all want to do.
Sterling, the reason these team valuations are what they are now, because Clippers sell for $2 billion. This shit. What are the Lakers worth? What are the Knicks worth? What are the Celtics
Right.
worth? And now it pushes everything up. And now you look, Celtics just sold $6.1 billion. I think Warriors valued at close to $8-9 billion. Like,
It's crazy.
it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. But at that era, I still put AI as a point guard. I put you in there too. I put you.
You can put them wherever you want to put them.
I put AI as number one.
No, I get it.
No, he's a point guard.
I get him wherever you want to
He's a
put
point
him.
guard.
But he
He's a
never
point-
even never started point guard.
He's a point guard. When he
There was
first
always
came
a
in, he was
guy
point guard.
right next to
Then they
him.
moved.
Once they got Eric Snow, that's when he became. But he's a point guard.
Yeah.
That's weird because right now he's top 3 shooting guard ever.
No.
So that's actually where he's.
But he's the point guard. He's 6'1".
I get what
Yeah,
you
he's
want
a
to
point
do.
guard.
I get what you want to do. Your opinion
Harden's a
doesn't
point guard.
matter.
Is Harden
It's where
a point
he is.
guard?
Huh?
Harden's a point guard?
They got him at They got him at point and shooting guard.
Oh.
No, they got him
They got him at
at
shooting guard.
5.
They got him at shooting guard.
They got him at 5. He's the 5th best shooting guard of all time.
Harden's not better than Iverson?
I don't think as they finish. I mean, when he finishes his career, he'll probably move up.
He could die today.
I think they got him at 4. Where they got him at 4 or 5?
I think they got him at 3.
I think they got
I mean,
Dwayne Wade
look,
at 3.
Yeah,
They got Dwayne Wade at 3 right
there's
now.
no question it's Jordan, Kobe, Wade, top 3.
I think that's
so.
how
I
they do
think
it.
right now Harden 5th, Allen Iverson 4th, just based on square metrics. But we got one more thing we got to get into before we get to mostly fans. So this weekend was the 22nd.